Daily Commentary, Friday, October 9th. Theme Scripture, 1 Peter 1:16. You must be holy, because I am holy. To be part of Jehovah's universal family, we must be clean or holy. We must keep free from any contamination by false religion or the politics of this world. The faithful and discreet slave, appointed by Jesus, provides a regular supply of wholesome spiritual food to all who make up the one flock under Jesus' care. Since 1919, a small group of anointed brothers have loyally carried out the weighty responsibility to feed the domestics. The abundant spiritual food provided through this channel nourishes us so that we can grow in the faith. It fortifies our resolve to remain spiritually, morally, mentally, and physically clean. This spiritual food also educates us and equips us to have a full share in the most important work being done on earth today. Are you taking full advantage of these provisions? Commentary. During the last Passover, when Jesus instituted the Lord's evening meal, Jesus stated that all of the apostles were clean, all except one. The unholy one was Judas, who betrayed Jesus that very night. Later that evening in prayer, Jesus referred to Judas as the son of destruction, meaning he brought destruction, everlasting death, upon himself. The Apostle Paul also used that very same expression, referring to a man of lawlessness as the son of destruction. Who is this man of lawlessness? He is a composite man, a group of well-spoken men who pose as anointed individuals, much like the superfine apostles that presided over the Corinthian congregation, whom the inspired apostle called out as phonies who had merely pretended to be holy ministers of righteousness. Likewise, the connection to Judas must mean that the man of lawlessness exists within the intimate group of Christ's anointed disciples, just as Judas was one of the chosen apostles. But in the context of his discussion on the man of lawlessness, Paul specifically warned the brothers not to be shaken from their reason or unduly alarmed by sensational reports or inspired statements or official-looking letters that appear to have been written by the apostles themselves, declaring that the presence of Christ has begun and the day of Jehovah is here. It is evident that the devil is the originator of this scheme to convince Christ's disciples that the presence has begun, using his man of lawlessness to do so. Paul went on to state, "But the lawless one's presence is by the operation of Satan, with every powerful work and lying signs and wonders and every unrighteous deception for those who are perishing, as a retribution, because they did not accept the love of the truth in order that they might be saved. That is why God lets a deluding influence mislead them, so that they may come to believe the lie, in order that they all may be judged, because they did not believe the truth, but took pleasure in unrighteousness." What did Paul mean that the presence will not come unless the apostasy comes first? The man of lawlessness, being an influential agent of Satan, stands poised to lead God's people into outright apostasy at the coming of Christ. Did not Jesus himself state that false prophets and Antichrist would exert such a powerful, misleading influence that if it were possible, even the chosen ones would be deceived? Already, the mystery of this lawlessness is on display in the Watchtower's unholy alliance with the United Nations from 1992 to 2001. The outright denial by the governing body that Christian elders have a fiduciary duty to protect the children in their respective congregations from unholy child sexual predators. But at the authentic coming of Christ, we may expect the Watchtower to be fully set in opposition to him. As Paul said regarding the man of lawlessness, he stands in opposition and exalts himself above every so-called God or object of worship, so that he sits down in the temple of God, publicly showing himself to be a God. At that point, the true sons of God will depart from the organization, as Paul said in reference to those who are presently acting as a restraint.
Maintain the love you had at first, which somehow could be lost. Despite the trials you will meet, endure no matter the cost.